thine eyes, as the white sail dim lessens from thy view. Go pine in want and anguish and despair, there is no mercy found in humankind. Go, widow, to thy grave and rest thee there. But may the God of justice bid the wind whelm that cursed bark beneath the mountain wave, and bless with liberty and death the slave. Poems on the Slave Trade, Sonnet 3, by Robert Southey. Oh, he is worn with toil. The big drops run down his dark cheek. Hold, hold thy merciless hand, pale tyrant, for beneath thy hard command o'er-wearied nature sinks. The scorching sun, as pitiless as proud prosperity, darts on him his full beams. Gasping he lies, arraigning with his looks the patient skies, while that inhuman trader lifts on high the mangling scourge. O ye who at your ease sip the blood-sweetened beverage, thoughts like these haply ye scorn. I thank thee, gracious God, that I do feel upon my cheek the glow of indignation, when beneath the rod a sable brother writhes in silent woe.
Poems on the Slave Trade, Sonnet 4, by Robert Southey. 'Tis night, the mercenary tyrants sleep, as undisturbed as justice, but no more the wretched slave, as on his native shore, rests on his reedy couch, he wakes to weep, though through the toil and anguish of the day no tear escaped him, not one suffering groan. Beneath the twisted thong he weeps alone in bitterness, thinking that far away, though the gay negroes join the midnight song, though merriment resounds on Niger's shore, she whom he loves far from the cheerful throng stands sad and gazes from her lowly door, with dim-grown eye, silent and woe-begone, and weeps for him who will return no more.
Poems on the Slave Trade, Sonnet 5, by Robert Southey. Did then the bold slave rear at last the sword of vengeance? Drenched he deep its thirsty blade in the cold bosom of his tyrant lord? Oh, who shall blame him? Through the midnight shade, still o'er his tortured memory, rushed the thought of every past delight. His native grove, friendship's best joys, and liberty and love, all lost forever. Then remembrance wrought his soul to madness round his restless bed. Freedom's pale spectre stalked with a stern smile, pointing the wounds of slavery, the while she shook her chains and hung her sullen head. No more on heaven he calls with fruitless breath, but sweetens with revenge the draught of death.
Poems on the Slave Trade, Sonnet 6, by Robert Southey. High in the air exposed the slave is hung, to all the birds of heaven their living food. He groans not, though awaked by that fierce sun, new torturers live to drink their parent blood. He groans not, though the gorging vulture tear the quivering fibre. Hither gaze, O ye who tore this man from peace and liberty. Gaze hither, ye who weigh with scrupulous care the right and prudent, for beyond the grave there is another world, and call to mind ere your decrees proclaim to all mankind, murder is legalized, that there the slave before the eternal thunder-tongued shall plead against the deep damnation of your deed. The Sailor Who Had Served in the Slave Trade, by Robert Southey.